Outevsky. I am the owner and the founder of Bespoke Dance Education. And today I would like to talk to you about patients with Alzheimer's and Parkinson's and dance. To do that, I'm going to have a guest today. We did a project with these patients and incorporated dance and found it really fascinating in how it helped them to improve their memory, confidence, and many other aspects of themselves. So, without further ado, I welcome Srna Klotz. Hi, Srna.
Hi.
Welcome.
Pleasure to be here.
Shall we sit?
Sure.
So, Srna, let's begin by you telling us a little bit about yourself.
Of course. So, my name is Srna Klotz, and I am professionally trained ballerina. I've done ballet for 17 years professionally in the Macedonian Opera and Ballet. And I study methodology and pedagogy of classical ballet and contemporary dance. I love dancing, I live for dancing, and this project that I did for Alzheimer patients was something that I wanted to implement my knowledge to help people going through like a very, very difficult period of their time, and not just them, their families too. And it showed to be a beautiful and very emotional event.
Nice. I mean, I worked a little bit also with older populations. I had students who were blind, and at some points I did also research on how dance can help them in terms of improving osteoporosis, in terms of just giving them an outlet of something, especially ballroom dance. That's something that they've danced when they were younger, which is a little bit easier than adopting forms that are more classical, let's say. So tell me a little bit about your particular project.
Of course. So I didn't use ballet. This was more of a movement that I did. We did implement it like a little bit rumba, a little bit of salsa, but mostly was just we're trying to move our bodies and experience this. So I'll give an example. One of the patients, one of the students that came in, at the beginning of the lesson, he was totally non-responsive. He walked very, very slowly. And by the end of the lesson, he led his wife, he swayed, he started lifting his feet off the floor, and he started singing. And this is only 45 minutes of dancing and just listening to music. Like you mentioned, when you connect emotionally to music, it brings back memory. And in these particular diseases like dementia and Alzheimer and Parkinson's, this is a very, very big plus. And then on top of it, we have dancing and engages hearing, vision, motor skills, and the most important, when you're learning patterns, it triggers your memory to be able to remember. So this was, like I said, it was a beautiful event, and we saw it in person, how it can affect people.
That's amazing. And you did that basically just, as a voluntary project, as something of a giving back to the community, right?
Exactly. So when I moved into Vegas, I didn't have a job. I applied to a lot of dance studios, and I was waiting for responses. So I just wanted to do something with my time. I reached out to the Alzheimer Association. They got me a direct contact. I sent them a project. We were looking for a place for a very long time. We were not able to find a studio or like a space where we can do this. So my company that I work for, Dance With Me, they opened their doors, they gave us the studio, and it was very gracious from them, and I really appreciate it. It was a big gesture because we didn't have to pay anything. It was volunteer work, and they did the same thing, so yes, it was.
Yeah, and I particularly think that in a form like ballroom, where we have a lot of population that's over 50, and where it's a common disease that people are getting more and more, I think that it's a great thing to actually implement the dance therapy. All of us, we do it a little bit naturally, organically, sort of trying to help these people, but I would like to see more of like a formal engagement and engagement of the associations and sort of collaborations between projects like yours and bigger medical groups as well as researchers like myself to work and sort of help these populations and be able to gain some support also, because it's very hard to do it on your own. That's why I mentioned in the last question about just doing it on your own time. So how do you see perhaps something going forward?
To be honest, I feel like a lot of people are still skeptical about this because it's very new, and this is not like a medical prescription that the doctor will tell you to do. So when you mention to people, like I said, they're going through a very, very difficult period in their life, so they're like, oh, now I'm gonna dance, like they don't feel like they have time for it. But if we see researches that are made, this shows a big improvement. So yes, I agree 100% with you. I think a lot of the organizations should consider this. I'm not saying that, of course we don't have cure for these diseases, but it can make a big change. They said in some cases it actually slows down the progress of the disease. Listening to music from their childhood, doing this type of movement, engaging in this type of things like dance therapy, it really helps. And I think that people are not realizing that it can make a very big change in the development of these diseases.
Yeah, and I think I've seen some mini documentaries where like the Royal Ballet in England did that,
yeah.
and some other organizations as well, And I think our next step, what I would like to see and kind of present in this video, is that we're going to start a similar project, and if you're interested in something like that, please contact with us and let us know any ways that you can help, or if you know any pathways that we can take, we'll be happy to speak with you and collaborate, and we'll keep you posted on our future project development. Do you have anything else you'd like to add?
No, I'm grateful to be here. I appreciate you inviting me, and I would encourage everybody who are going through this diseases, their families, to really consider and think about engaging. It's a very beautiful thing, and it takes your mind off even for a couple of, like an hour or 45 minutes. It's take your mind away from all that, and it's really a positive thing, and it can really help a lot of people. So I really hope that there's going to be a change in this field.
And we're going to add a link below to some of the videos from Srna's project on how they were dancing and how they kind of made this happen, so that you can see it for yourself as well. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Srna.